Hello, this is Alex from Lincoln Park Library, and today's How To Tuesday is how to create a worry doll, as you can see here on the right. So a little bit of a background on worry dolls. They originated in the Mayan areas of Guatemala and Mexico, and they are very small and colorful dolls. So a person, usually a child who cannot sleep due to worrying or anxiety, they can express their worries to the doll, and they can place it under their pillow before going to sleep. So according to the folklore, the doll is thought to worry in the person's place, thereby permitting the person to sleep peacefully. The person will wake without their worries, which have been taken away by the doll during the night. So pretty much these dolls are to help kids, not have nightmares. It's to help them sleep more restfully at night, and to give them someone that they can express their worries and anxiety to as well. So in terms of materials that you will need wooden clothespins. You'll need thin yarn or thread. You'll need one pipe cleaner, either markers or paint or both, and then some felt as well. So for step 1, you have to draw on the face and the hair using markers or paint. So I ended up using Sharpie markers, and just be really careful for the dots and even the lines. You just have to do them really lightly, because you can see here on the eyes and the cheeks that the marker did run a little bit, but it didn't look too bad. I also did hair as well around the head and in the back. Then step 2, you want to begin wrapping thin yarn or thread around each of the wooden legs. So you want to start, I actually started with a little strip at the top, just kind of for the top of the pants. And then I started and I went down one leg, and then I came back and I did the other leg. And then once you're finished with that, you'll just tie it off in a knot so that it doesn't become undone. So for step 3, you can see this is when I started the top. That's my sparkly gray yarn that I have. So what I did, I first tied a knot here in the back before I started wrapping, and then I wrapped about halfway up the back, and then I added the pipe cleaner, which I then went around both ways, kind of making an X across the back with the pipe cleaner just to keep it in place. And then after I felt like it was sturdy enough, I continued and went all the way up to the neck up here. So I ended up going up and then coming back down, and then as you can see here, I ended up tying a bow at the end once I was done wrapping the top. This ensured that I covered the back here of the pipe cleaner so that it looked like the doll had arms. For step 4, you'll cut out a felt heart, as you can see here, and then you can glue it onto the chest. So I actually just used a glue stick. I put a good amount of glue on there, and then I put it on the chest, but if you have a hot glue gun, you can use that as well. You also don't even have to have a felt heart. I just thought it was a cute little touch to add to the doll, but you don't even have to add that if you don't want to. Also, if you have a stand for your clothespin, as you can see here, I had a bunch of stands. You can actually color or paint that. I did a pink that was very similar to the legs, but you don't have to have a stand for the doll. That is optional. It does help it stand up a little better, but if you don't have that, that's totally fine. So step 5, this is an optional one. So like I said before, I had, as you can see here, I had drawn on some hair, but I thought I had some thicker black yarn. I thought it would be fun to make braids for the doll. So what I did, as you can see here, I took 3 strands of a thicker yarn. I knotted them at one end, leaving a little bit for the ends of the braids. Then I braided those strands together, and then I knotted the other side, and then I just trimmed these so that they are about the same length. So after I had that long braid, again, I used a glue stick. I put a lot of glue about in the middle of this braid, and then I put it on the head of the doll. So this is just one hairstyle that you could do if you wanted your doll to have braids, or maybe if you wanted them to have short hair or a ponytail, or any kind of hairstyle that you want in any color. If you have a thicker yarn, you can use that to have actual yarn hair versus just drawing the hair on the clothespin. So that's pretty much how you make a worry doll. And of course, you can use any of your own colors. You can make it rainbow if you want. You can use any type of pipe cleaner for the arms. You can customize the face however you want. You can see here, mine doesn't have a nose. If you want to give your worry doll a nose, you can. If you don't want to give them, a smile at all, maybe just give them eyes. That's up to you. Even if you want to use really tiny googly eyes, you could use them as well. So really it's entirely up to you how you want to style your worry doll. It's a really easy project. It's pretty much just, wrapping yarn and tying knots. So it's a really great craft for all ages. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you make your own worry dolls. If you have any questions at all, as always, you can always ask me. And if you need kind of like a tutorial of how to do it, you can come in and I can show you how I made mine. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.